there, welcome back to the show. Now, toothpicks. We use these for picking up finger food and also getting that little bit of food that's stuck in our mouth at the back out. But artist Stephen J. Blackman uses them for an entirely different reason: art. Now here is a picture of Stephen here with one of his sculptures, and here Stephen is on the phone from California. Welcome, Stephen.
Hi, Erin. How are you?
Good. Thank you for joining us.
Well, thank you so much for having me. I appreciate it.
Now, toothpicks. What got you hooked on toothpicks, Stephen?
Well, many years ago, I found a box of toothpicks in my parents' kitchen, and I started gluing them together. I made a little house. And then in the second grade, I made a DNA molecule out of beans and toothpicks. I got really frustrated. I hit it as hard as I could. I got a toothpick stuck in the palm of my hand. That made me quit for a while. And then years later, I got back into it, made cable cars, and then my claim to fame, the Golden Gate Bridge, from 30,000 toothpicks, 13 feet long.
Yes, I'm glad you keep going and made that, because that now is in the Ripley's Believe It or Not Museum.
Yes, it is. Actually, currently it's at the Hyatt Regency in San Francisco, California, a major hotel, the world's largest atrium. And we're celebrating the Golden Gate Bridge's 75th anniversary this month as we speak.
Oh, wow. So your art will be seen a lot.
Yes.
How long did it take you to make that, Stephen?
2.5 years.
Whoa! Now, we're just seeing a little mini one there, because you also make miniatures and you also make representations, which is like an outline of a face or an object with the toothpick. So
Exactly.
What's your kind of favourite sculpture?
What is my favorite sculpture?
Yeah.
Oh, actually, not a miniature, but the 4.5-foot long yacht made from 10,000 toothpicks and glue. It's radio-controlled, covered with fiberglass resin for water resistance. That's my favorite, so my pride and joy.
That has a motor in it, and it can go on the water. Yes,
it actually does float in water. It's radio-controlled. It looks like it can cross the Pacific Ocean, that's for sure.
Wow, and it has a lot of toothpicks. How do you find the patience to make these, Stephen?
Well, I think I'm the most I'm the most impatient person in the world, but when it comes to toothpicks, I have a big heart for them.
Yeah.
You know, it's a very challenging medium, but I find a lot of goodness in toothpicks. And toothpicks come in various sizes. Some are thin, thick, some are darker than others. And basically, I use my imagination instead of instruction books to create art. And that's the most unique thing about my art.
Okay, so what about glue? How do you not get glue all over your hands and your fingers?
Well, that's the trick of the trade. Everything's a science, and I use as little glue as possible, and I wash my hands a lot so all that residue doesn't get on the toothpick.
Wow. And so what are you working on at the moment, Stephen?
Currently, I'm working on a blowfish for the American Museum of Natural History in New York City. I'll be doing a show there where 500 children will enjoy my art for the day.
Oh, that's excellent. Well, all the best for that. And thank you very much for joining us on the show today.
Well, thank you so much. I appreciate it.
Nice.